So good. Video number two, this video is about what Google really taught me and why it shows what works and what doesn't. Yeah.
Yep.
And the purpose of this video is to build authority through insight and pattern recognition, not of tactics. Yeah.
Yeah. So I want to get back to Google. You said you worked for Google, which is obviously you worked for Google, which is obviously one of the biggest companies on the planet, owned by Alphabet. Obviously, they own YouTube. Everybody uses Gmail. But tell us what aspect of Google you worked for, what you learned, what the good, the bad, what you saw that made you want to continue down this business model of using Google Ads to generate money for people.
Okay, this was like a long question, yeah, but let's begin. It was like this. I was working where the money for Google is generated. So I was working in the ads sector as a consultant and sales consultant, yeah. And I managed like a few hundred clients per quarter, yeah. And I saw all different businesses, but come back to Google. Like Google is like a very broad portfolio from Google Maps to search to display network to YouTube, as you mentioned, and so much more. Developer apps and Gemini right now is a new one. Yeah, and what I saw in the school like is how this construct of Google works and what is needed to help this company to fit together, to put together.
Mm-hmm.
And that for Google you have so much stuff what you can do, like which I didn't even knew before, and which I think I don't know much of it right now. I don't know some of it, but there's so much stuff you can do. Such a big company. I think it's the richest or the second richest company in the world, as you said, yeah.
Yeah. It's part of the Magnificent Seven, right? Google's one of the Magnificent Seven. They call it the S&P 500 index. It's one of the top 7 companies: Tesla, Nvidia, Google, Meta, etc. So
Yeah.
that's why. Tell us why Google. The impact it's had on your life.
What?
The impact that Google has had on your life.
Like the impact Google has on my life has that I learned that I'm not made to be fit in such a big structures, I know I can work in it, but this is for me it feels painful to follow the rules which were in the structure. And there's so much control mechanisms inside of Google. So they check you and you need to do right. Of course, because if they have stupid employees and which make a bad service, people will leave Google. Of course, Google has a monopoly for like a big part of the internet. Well, as ChatGPT changed a bit, but for a huge part for search is a monopoly, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I learned so much, but then I learned also by consulting and selling to so much people for Google, and by understanding I had always to understand their business to be able to give them advice. Because to be able to give somebody advice, you need to understand first. And to be able to sell somebody something, you as a salesman, it's like clear, you need to understand what they need.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
So you have like, for me it was like this the part, because I was working with the same product, Google advertisement, but for so many niches, for so many different systems, who build around a page, like there's like for people in there, for the people who are not inside too deep inside marketing, they say, okay, I have an ad and I have a landing page, and then I have a contact which I can sell.
Mm-hmm.
But the more you deeper you look inside of this process, the more you see, okay, their patterns like positioning, like design, like the branding, like the authority the brand has, and so on, and also the need of the audience. All of this comes together to have a successful campaign, to have a successful business. So it is like what people overlook nowadays is that they just think, okay, there's one part, as I mentioned in videos before, there's one part, when I fix this, the entire system will work. But what they don't have is like this broad overview from this to this, like from the start to the end of the process. In this case of marketing, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what's the easiest way to explain how a business can make money with Google? And how not how they're going to make money, how you can help them make money.
Well, first check out if there's no audience already existing, because there are two types of marketing. Either you have like a push marketing or a pull marketing. With Google you can do both. Push marketing is like a Facebook feed or like Instagram or like all these banner ads or like the ads outside you see with on the shields. They are like they're banner ads. Like you come to people who are not specifically looking for something in my job, but you say, hey, here's my my service, my product, look at it, buy it. But there's also the pull marketing, which you can do as Google specifically good. You have like billions of searches every day on Google. Most of them are irrelevant. But there's some of them, for example, looking buy this and this, buy this and this. If you have for example, if you're a store for clothing, and you exactly offer the clothing they're looking for, it's the best thing you can have for your business to appear right there.
Is Google the strongest way to advertise for a business, or Meta or ChatGPT? Is Google still king?
Depends on the product. Depends on the service. I would say that in general for most stuff, it exists that you can just take your money and say, and then use your account. Say, okay, wow, here I want this type of users. There are 10,000 users a month of this, looking for exactly what I offer. Show my business to these people. Of course, then the next parts need to fit in the process too, like the page, the sales process, and so on. But I think that's a very easy way to go inside to get people who are already looking for what you offer and show them just your service.
Okay, good. So with any relationship, let's say, it has to be two-sided, right? I mean, obviously, a business. I understand why a business would want you, but you don't work with every business that comes to you. You have your own criteria, right? What makes a business appealing to you to work with?
Appealing for me makes a business to work with is an owner-driven business, yeah. Because I don't like this long decision-making process. I like to speak with somebody and say, okay, right now we have this and this and this. You want to do it or not? And then they're like, maybe I have to talk with the cat and or with my hamster. No, I have to talk with my boss. I don't like this.
Yeah.
I like to say, here's what I can give you, and then of course to be then committed inside of the path. And but I think the attitude is what I value the most, and of course the niches which are more fun to work with or not so fun to work with. Like for me, I was some parts working for example, for insurance, and it worked. I did build a system which worked for insurance, yeah, but it was insurance is not the end of the day what I want to do, It's like not a, but for me it's like always like a business at work is like always like a demonstrating who I am as a person.
Yeah, there has to be ROI on both sides. How do you handle the ROI question? Because obviously a business owner is going to ask you, if I invest this with you, how long will it take me to recover that spend? But that's a very difficult question, I imagine, to answer concretely.
Yeah, like the question is this, like it's in marketing or in sales, it's like oftentimes trial and error. And especially like if the product is established and and I'm doing this for people who are doing a similar or the same product in other place or in the same place, of course I can make a prediction. But if there's a older marketing system to build, it is hard to make this prediction, yeah. But you can look forward. Okay, how's the competition and so on. For example, if you say right now, let's say a lawyer for personal injury in Los Angeles, yeah,
Very competitive, I'm sure.
you pay like $700, $800 for can pay $700 to $800 for one click.
For click, okay.
For one click.
Yeah.
So I can okay, yeah, my friend, we can try it, but I hope you have a big wallet, yeah.
Yeah.
But of course, why are these clicks so expensive? Because the lawyers, if the click costs 800, if the lawyers can afford to let a click cost $800, you must imagine how much money is inside of a deal for the lawyer.